I laugh at this one. This is an interesting one, right? Constipation. There comes a point in your life where there's certain things that you really value. I just value being able to take a good shit, man, like a dump. Because I had some issues in my 30s and I didn't realize that it was my diet. I was still exercising, but in my 30s, I was just absolute heavy drinker. I was a beast alcoholic. Right into my 40s, even mid 40s. It wasn't until these last 3 years I've really almost tapered off. Like, I mean, I'm talking about 90% I've just cut. So that's one. But having a good bowel movement is critical. You think about your colon, right? Man or woman. It's absolutely critical for you to have a healthy movement. Be regular in your bowel movement. Of course, your urination, but both hand in hand. And for me, what I realized is I wasn't doing what I am doing today, which is I walk. I can walk for miles. I did legs today, squats, so that gives me explosiveness, and I get to test my kneecaps, my joints. It gives you, the burst, the power, the explosiveness comes from squats, right? I love the sunset, man. This is so beautiful. I'm gonna walk the other side. It's my fourth video I'm knocking out, but I switched to the carnivore diet as well this past year, 1 year, just a little over a year. Most of my nutrients, my food that I consume is carnivore, so meaning it's meat-based. That combined with drinking a gallon of water every day, maybe more, has led to great skin, but also my bowel movement has improved night and day. And I know there's a lot of Gen X's out there, millennials and over, right? 37, 38 or so and over, that may be struggling with this condition and not able to go bathroom, right? And I can tell you for a fact, what I'm experiencing is unprecedented. Like, it's amazing how I go. Like, it's doesn't hurt. It's smooth, and you can feel, like when you poop, you can feel your digestive just working nicely, making a swirl. I know it sounds funny, but you got to stay with me because there are serious conditions that stem out of this if you don't pay attention to it. Being able to poop well is a sign of healthy living. And at earlier this year, when I turned, a month before I turned 49, I had my colonoscopy done. It's a big deal because I was avoiding it for the last 4 years because I didn't want anything going on my backside. Me and my boys, we joke about it, but this is no joke. I have I've known stories on people getting colon cancer or problems with their digestive tracts because they failed to get screening or they haven't done stool tests. I'm telling my younger brother who's in his mid 40s to get his done, at least get the stool test done, because I've done it for 3 years. Came back negative, but there's that 1% chance that it doesn't catch everything, right? So I got it done. It was very seamless. You got to pick a good doctor who really specializes in it and has great testimonials. And I got a nice referral from my doctor, and I had a consultation, and I pulled the trigger. It went exactly how I thought it was gonna go, because once I had the consultation, I just said, "Yep, let's do it." There's nothing to think about, guys. You gotta do it. Got my anesthesia. The whole thing was over in 15 minutes, and I didn't believe it, but it was over in 15 minutes. So, I mean, there's a little sort of sensitivity 24 hours later, but that was back to eating whatever I wanted, and big weight off my shoulders lifted that I got this done and out with. But if you're facing constipation issues, consider walking, because the blood flow will increase circulation, and with circulation, It builds a little pressure in your bowel movement system, especially when you're fasting as well. Your body is undergoing something called autophagy, right? Repairing dead cells. And in order for those dead cells to repair, your body is excreting waste. So that's what's going on, right? So think about that, and also combine that with the fact mentally, um, the benefits and advantages of not just walking, but combination of the sunlight that you're getting. I've noticed that on the days that I'm absorbing a decent amount of, I mean, you don't want to be walking on a scorching heat wave day like it gets in Vegas. Right now is beautiful, so you can see behind me, right? The temperature, it's just the right temperature. What I noticed is walking in this kind of climate, when you absorb the vitamin D, all of these elements that go into your body, because vitamin D is a hormone, the combination of fasting, walking, vitamin D, good sleep even, yep, it makes for a good bile, right? It's the makings of a good waste excretion process. You know what I mean? Am I painting the picture for you? Because you are taking from the environment and then passing it out. Some of this is psychological, because you're training your body and encouraging it to pass stool. It's very important. I don't know of anyone close to me struggling from it. A lot of people don't talk about it, but I suffered from this issue on and off for many years. And surprise, surprise, when I eliminated vegetables from my diet, they say vegetables are good for you. Yes, they are. But look up the benefits of carnivore diet. Try that for a month and see how you feel. Because that did a number on me. Like, I am functioning so good. Drink a lot of water, because a lot of us out there are not hydrated enough properly. That's a miracle in itself. But try these things, okay? And not so much the fiber. I would challenge that more fiber equals better stool, right? Or regularity. If anything, it sort of hurt me. I was more bloated. I was more constipated. It hurt. My sides would hurt. And I was overeating vegetables at that time, all throughout my 30s. Just tons of vegetables, soup, stew. I throw in a lot of vegetables, and instead of getting 6 packs or 4 packs or having a better core, my stomach was always distended. It's like I was breathing in a way that, like, fuck, excuse my language, sorry. Like, damn, why am my stomach just feels like it's gonna rip out. It was like distended all the time. Well, I wasn't fasting as much. So you got to give your body break, like a long break. And that's where fasting comes in. Allow your system to recover. And just remember, folks, your colon, your digestion, your intestines are very important piece and part of who you are. And they say your mental health lies in your gut health. So think about the next time you are taking a dump, you're passing stool, look at your stool, observe it. Any strange colorings, notice the patterns, because if you haven't gotten it checked out, don't be ashamed to go to the doctor, because I've done many stool tests. We thought that they could be this condition, that condition, but it turns out that my diet sucked. Really, my diet sucked. It wasn't even the alcohol. It was too much fiber, too much veggies, overeating. Of course, alcohol makes you eat bad, but alcohol not necessarily was the issue. It's just you find your diet. Once you find what works best for you, lock in on that. That's it. So if you're a Gen Xer, millennial struggling from this, being regular, I encourage you to try the carnivore diet and try everything that I have recommended that works for me. Now you try it and see if that works for you. A gallon of water every day, 16 cups is not hard. Okay? Hopefully this is encouraging. Welcome to my channel. I'm a Gen Xer, a thriving one that is at best, and more. I am 49 years old and thriving. Thanks for watching. Until the next video, Mamba out.